I'm Charell Star, and I'm going to show you how to make 2 simple money trees for your next bridal shower. The first money tree I'm going to show you how to make is actually utilizing a live plant. I chose a rose plant because I like roses, and what's really nice about choosing a live plant for a money tree is that when everything is said and done and the event's over, you can actually give it to the bride so she can plant it at her home or on her patio or in her garden, or just keep it around in her home in a pot. But basically she always has a reminder of the wonderful event and all of her wonderful friends who came out and supported her for her big engagement and her big day. So utilizing a rose plant is a really great money tree or potential money tree because they just need a lot of sunlight and some water, and they usually do pretty well. But for a money tree, it's usually pretty simple. What I like to do is take small envelopes and punch a little hole in them. And once your guests place their money into the envelope, you can just take some ribbon and tie it to the tree. The reason I like to use envelopes instead of utilizing a clothespin or a clip on the actual plant is because some guests don't always feel comfortable giving money. And in those cases, you can just allow the guests to give a little note of good wishes to the bride, and they can put that in the envelope instead of money if they don't feel comfortable giving cash or a check. And that's absolutely fine as well. As long as your guests are there, that's all that's important. So you take the envelope and some ribbon, and you pick any branch of the tree, doesn't matter high or low, and you just tie it to it. It is that simple for a live plant. There's not a lot of mess or fuss with a live plant, and you just duplicate that around with your guests. The second tree I'm going to show you how to make, the second money tree, is actually utilizing fake plants. Non-live plants, and I like plants with a lot of color, so I pull these fake flowers that have these beautiful pink blossoms on them, and what we're going to do is use a very tall vase, and we're going to pour in just some beads that you can get from a craft store or a home decor store, and we're going to pour them right into the vase. I'm actually using 2 different colors of beads, so I'm using a clear and then a frosted. And then I'm just going to end with a dark purple because I want to have a little color. And if you want to mix the beads up and actually get a sort of unified mix of colors, you can do that as well. I'm just keeping them separated. And once you have all the beads in your large vase or vase, depending on where you're from, you just take your branches and just stick them down there. Just give them a good push, one after the other. Right into the vase. Ooh, there we go. And if they tilt, it's absolutely fine. If you want them close together, you can tie some ribbons on the base. But this is a really inexpensive way to do a money tree. Also, you can give the bride the vase after. If you want to decorate it with some ribbon, you can do that as well. But same concept, you give your guests an envelope with a hole punched in it where they can tie little notes or put their money in the envelope, and you can tie it right around the tree. This you can put on the floor if it's really tall, or you can make it a beautiful centerpiece on one of the tables wherever the bride is sitting, and it can be right there. So those are 2 examples of money trees that you can do easily yourself.